Hi, and welcome to my review of the Sylvania HD1Z camera. The first thing I'm going to do before I get into the nitty-gritty is I'm going to hit record on my Kodak ZI-8 as well as my new pocket camera, the Sylvania HD1Z. I'm going to turn them towards me and give you a little idea of the differences between the two devices. I can't see the screens, but I'm assuming I'm aiming at my face. I'm just going to talk for a few seconds so you can get an idea of the audio quality as well as the video quality of these two devices compared to one another. There's that, so hopefully that gives you a quick, brief idea of what you should expect. But now I'm going to move on to the physical features of the Sylvania HD1Z. There's a video record mode, a still photo mode, as well as a playback mode. In video mode, the options are HD 1280 by 720 and VGA 640 by 480. In still photo mode, the option is 5 megapixels. The file format in video is AVI and photo is JPEG. There is a 4x digital zoom, a 2-inch TFT display, automatic and manual white balance settings. Video out is TV out as well as HDMI out. For storage, it accepts SD cards as well as SD HD cards up to 32 gigabytes with 64 megabytes of built-in storage. There's also a rechargeable lithium-ion battery and a built-in USB port for data transfer as well as charging. Alright, next up here is a quick little overview of the physical aspects of this device. Alright, so I'm going to quickly give you a tour of the device before I turn it on. So on the front we have the mode button, which switches between playback, video, and camera. We have the menu button for various things once you have the device on. We have the directional pad and a button in the center. The plus and minus are generally for zoom and or volume. On the side we have the switch to flip open your USB. As well as the SD card slot due to the fact that it only has 64 megabytes of built-in memory, which gives you approximately 30 seconds, so yeah, you're definitely going to have to get yourself an SD card. On the other side, we have the HDMI port, the power button, and the audio video out for the AV cables that were included. On the bottom, we have a standard tripod mount, and on the front we have the lens as well as the built-in light. It is not a flash, it is simply a light, and then this simply slides open to reveal the battery. So that is a quick overview of the physical features of this device. Next up, here are some side-by-side comparisons of the Kodak ZI-8 and the Sylvania HD1Z. Here's an overview of the user interface. Alright, so next up I'm just going to give you a quick overview of everything in the different modes. First up is the video mode. When you press the left arrow in the directional pad, it turns on your light, which is the same for camera mode as well. It turns on the 2 LED lights, which actually seem quite bright, and then you just tap the left arrow again to turn it off. You can zoom in and out with the up and down arrows, which I can't entirely see because I'm trying to pay attention here. And then the giant silver button, of course, records and starts and stops the recording. There is a menu button right here. And in the menu we have the movie size. There's the HD size as well as a VGA option, and then there's also white balance, which did not seem to work all that well for me, but it is there as options. There's multiple, as well as tungsten and fluorescent, which I appreciated the fact that those were included. If you can't see it, as I press the up arrow, on the screen, you can see some deformations, I suppose is what I should call them, on the screen depending on the buttons. I'm not entirely sure why that's happening, but sometimes when you push buttons below, it kind of morphs the screen above, but it's obviously not the highest quality thing in the world. We have, see, that's more obvious there, but yes, and then these are the other settings. And then we can move on to another mode. Oh, I guess I have to leave the menu for me to see the other mode. So we are now in playback mode, which it's pretty standard. You can play, you can pause, fast forward, all those general buttons that would make sense for those. Then we move to camera mode, and again, you can turn the light on and off, and there's the little symbol there for that. You can still zoom in and out. In the menu, there's white balance, ISO, and exposure. And then if we go over, all of the other menu options appear the same. So that is everything in the different modes. So overall, I wasn't wowed by the device. It seems fairly sturdy. The pictures were kind of subpar, the video was mediocre, but mind you, it is much cheaper than any other camera I've seen on the market. This is $40. The Kodak ZI-8 was $160 when I purchased it. So obviously there's quite a difference in price there. All in all, I think it's a decent device for the fact that it is $39.99. You can't even find another device with this type of price tag. If you disagree, agree, let me know your thoughts or other insights on the device in the comments below. Thanks for checking out my video. Hey guys, I am here to review the new iPod Touch 4G. First up is the camera, which is probably the most noticeable difference in the iPod Touch.